Hey everybody, so my last post was about the CRO mainnet launch. I was mistaken when I did the video. I was saying that it was going to go mainnet on Friday, and a lot of you guys corrected me and let me know that it was going to be actually on that Wednesday. So anyways, it did happen, and I was expecting a bit of a price, like a bump on the price, but it didn't happen for whatever reason. It just wasn't interested in participating with the rest of the market. Towards Friday, I think Bitcoin had a little bit of a pump because there was news that what were they called? The futures for Bitcoin were expiring on that Friday, and so over the weekend they had a pump. But since then, we just haven't really seen much action. It did go up for a little bit. We're close to about $60,000 per Bitcoin, and the CRO token went up to, I think it was about 22 cents ish, something like that, 22.0809, 22.2, about that much. But past couple of days, it's been back down again, so we're hovering around 20 cents. 21 cents, and hasn't changed very much from there. So I'm trying to figure out what the situation is right now, because so if you have the DeFi wallet, you notice that the interest rate right now on the DeFi, let me check real quick, is around 48%. It was at the beginning, it was about 100% interest, went down to about 60. When I jumped in, it was around 50% interest, and it is now at about 42.76. Let me double check over here. Yeah, so I've got a couple at 45 and one at 42.76%. So the interest is going down. I think Crypto.com wanted the community to be able to jump in quickly and get things kick-started, or jump-started, I suppose. And so they had a higher interest rate to get people incentivized to stake their tokens in the DeFi wallet. And I think as we get closer, or they get closer and closer to the goal, the interest rate will drop to roughly about 20%. And so that's where the rewards come in, that 20% interest that they will be giving out for about 20 years, or sorry, not 20 years, 10 years is, will be, I think, well, it's guaranteed for 10 years, I suppose, will be shared amongst all the people who are staking. So one of the questions that I got is, how can they pay out 20% interest to everybody, and won't they run out before the end of the year? And that's a good question. The thing is that I don't think that everybody is staking their tokens, because if we talked about the calculations before, if everybody was staking, if all 10 million Crypto.com members were staking their tokens for a card, let's say the Ruby Red, for example, that's about $400. I'm not sure how much that is. Let's see, 400. Bust out the calculator here. Divided by 0.20 cents. That's about 2,000 tokens each, right? And so 2,000 tokens each would lock up the majority of all the tokens if. And there would be about 1,000 tokens left over per person. So, hold on, let me think about this. So that's 1,000 tokens that are not being used because everybody's on the Ruby Red by 10 million users, right? So that's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. Yeah, that's still a lot of tokens. So maybe I did that backwards. Yeah, anyways, the point is that there's a lot of tokens that aren't being used, because I know, for example, for me, I've got some tokens locked up for the card. I have the Royal Indigo, and I've got a bunch of tokens locked up in the DeFi wallet, right? And so I'm way past the 3,000 token per user allotment, right? And if we do hit 100 million users like Crypto.com is aiming to do, then what we're looking at is about 300 tokens per user. So those of us holding a bunch of CRO token right now stand to gain quite a bit in the future by increasing our stake right now. But the point is not that we're that you're going to be able to appreciate the value of your CRO token in the future. The point is that the fact that the price is at 20 cents now shows you that as far as the users of the Crypto.com system or the cards and all that are not taking advantage of the CRO staking benefits. They're not upgrading the card. They might be using the blue card. I think it's the Midnight Blue. Or they might be using the Ruby Red and then leaving it there. They're not maximizing the benefits of the Crypto.com ecosystem. And they might just be using it to trade Bitcoin and Litecoin or Ethereum or something. So I think for me that kind of it validates my thinking in that maybe a small percentage of the 10 million users are actually staking the tokens and running the system pretty much. So if that is the case, then that kind of should give you an idea of, for one, why the price is low at 20 cents, and two, I forgot where I was going with that. There was another point that I had. Oh yeah, so I was thinking since there are fewer users, then that means that the millions of tokens and rewards that are being issued out every year for staking should last for the whole year. Should not run out before the whole year is up, because again, not everybody is staking their tokens, and so because of the small number of us who are actually taking advantage of it, we basically are able to receive a majority of those tokens in our rewards. So over time, perhaps we may see more and more people staking their tokens when they realize that 20% is a good deal. Right now, so we're still in the 40% range, 40 to 50, and I think the floor is going to be at around 20%. And because there are so few of us actually taking advantage, I don't expect that the annual allocation for the tokens, I think it was 500 million or something like that were going to be paid out every year for the next 10 years. I think that allocation should not run out because there's not enough of us to claim those tokens. And so we may even have some left over at the end of the year or something. So that's where we are, I think, in terms of the price point of the CRO token. So I think I'll end it here. I just wanted to kind of review or go over my thinking, my thesis as to why the price of CRO has not increased. And just to recap, it's because there's not enough of us staking for cards, and not enough of us staking our tokens for the high interest returns. And of course, it's great for us now because it's a great bargain price, and if we can accumulate a bunch of it now, in the long term, as other benefits come to the CRO blockchain. For example, I saw news. Well, of course, there was the Visa announcement that Crypto.com is going to use, or Visa is going to use Crypto.com as a partner for rolling out some products. One of the products is going to be the ability to use your crypto as collateral for a line of credit on your Visa card. Another one was that USDC will be a native token on the CRO blockchain in the future. So that's coming as well. And so there's a lot of things that are in the pipeline that will increase the value of the CRO token that is not reflected in the price right now. So for me, of course, this is not advice for you, but for me, I am going to take a gamble and accumulate more CRO tokens in the expectation that in the future I might see an appreciation in the price, and hopefully what that will do for me is if I can get 40,000 tokens and the price ever appreciates to $1 per token, then I can upgrade my card to the IC White card. And if it goes beyond that, then that'll be great. If it 10 times after that, then I can get the Obsidian card. But that's long term. I'm not expecting that to happen in the next year. In any case, that's my thinking on the CRO token. Today is the 31st of March, 2021. Thanks for listening.